accept society, even though they are not accepting you. Focus on something that can actually make you alive.
अस्सलाम वालेकुम वरहमतुल्लाहि वबरकातुहू। मैं हूँ नाजिया, आपकी दोस्त, आपकी होस्ट, एंड वेलकम टू येट अनदर एपिसोड ऑफ करियर कंपास नेविगेटिंग द फ्यूचर। दोस्तों, कई बार ऐसा देखा गया है कि कुछ स्टूडेंट्स जो हैं वो बहुत टैलेंटेड होते हैं व्हेन इट कम्स टू एक्स्ट्रा करिकुलम एक्टिविटीज़, बहुत ही एक्सीलेंट वे में वो परफॉर्म भी करते हैं। तो मसला कहाँ आता है? मसला आता है फैमिली की तरफ से। जी हाँ, पेरेंट्स की आज भी देखा जाए तो वो वाली पुरानी वाली ऑर्थोडॉक्स वाली अप्रोच है कि वो नहीं चाहते कि उनके बच्चे जो हैं अनकन्वेंशनल करियर पाथ ऑप्ट करें। ऐसे में बच्चा बेचारा दब के रह जाता है, एक तरफ उसका पैशन और दूसरी तरफ एक प्रेशर। इसी कन्फ्यूजन को दूर करने के लिए आज इस एपिसोड में हम बात करने वाले हैं कि क्या अनकन्वेंशनल करियर पाथ्स एक्चुअली बच्चों के लिए अच्छे हैं, बेहतर हैं, उनके लिए अच्छे रोज़गार जनरेट हो सकते हैं। आज हमारे साथ स्टूडियो में मौजूद हैं हमारे एक्सपर्ट मोहम्मद सलाम अल एमादी, आपको वेलकम कहूँगी। और हमारे साथ मौजूद हैं स्टूडेंट रिप्रेजेंटेटिव ज़हरा ज़मीर, आपको भी वेलकम कहेंगे।
Thank you so much.
Okay, starting with you.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell me what actually, intrigued you or inspired you to pursue your not exactly your career, your passion as an artist.
Like everything starts from the beginning when we started as children, trying to actually empathize with our talents. And when you're a child, you have more creativity in your mind. I started sketching actually from the first grade, and my first canvas was the table I used to study in. And that actually caused me a lot of trouble, especially when I get punished regarding that. So punishment was actually erasing the tables, not my only table, all the tables in the class with small erasers. So that actually didn't stop me from that. Continued with going into studies, and I bought myself a small notebook. I started sketching over there. The path actually continued into, for me, I was very interested into designing characters when I was actually young. And when I say young, that was actually my 16, 15 years old. I was looking into, especially watching like movies, anime. If you have any anime fans here in this station. So the idea of ideology of making your own world, it's actually very fascinating for me. So I started designing some characters. But the tool that I used, my first digital tool, was I downloaded one of the, I think it's called SketchUp or Sketchbook by Autodesk. It was very basic, free trial. I used a mouse to draw that, so it was very difficult. Then when I went to college or university, there I started my civil engineering major in Liverpool. I bought myself an iPad and started actually downloading something interesting, which is Procreate.
Very good.
So I have Procreate since 2017, if I'm not mistaken. Continued on that till today. Still use the same program. And I actually gave 2 workshops in Fire Station.
Wow.
So yeah, that's actually the start. I'm creating my own world, creating my own vision in canvas.
Good. अच्छा, हमारे साथ ज़हरा भी हैं। ज़हरा, पहले तो आप ये बताइए कि आपने अपने फ्यूचर के लिए क्या प्लान्स किए हैं?
एक्चुअली मुझे पायलट बनना था, क्योंकि जब मैं बहुत पहले यंग थी, बहुत छोटी सी,
अभी भी यंग है?
हाँ, मतलब बहुत छोटी सी थी, तो फिर मुझे पायलट बनना था। क्योंकि मैं बहुत सारी जगह मैं जा सकती हूँ और मैं इतनी सारी जगह देख सकती हूँ, और वो भी कोई कॉस्ट के लिए नहीं।
ओके, सो अभी मैं रिसेंटली मुझे पता चला कि आपको शौक़ है आर्ट और पेंटिंग, इन सब का भी। तो ये शौक़ आपकी लाइफ में कैसे इंट्रोड्यूस हुआ?
ये मेरी लाइफ में इंट्रोड्यूस कैसे हुआ? कभी कभी जब मैं पढ़ाई करती हूँ, तो फिर मैं पढ़ाई करती हूँ, तो फिर जब हम ब्रेक लेते हैं तो फिर मैं बोर्ड हो जाती हूँ। फिर मेरे पास कुछ नहीं होता करने के लिए। गूगल पे जाती हूँ और फिर फ़ोटोज़ ढूंढती हूँ। तो फिर मुझे एक फ़ोटो बहुत अच्छा लगा। मैंने सोचा वेट, क्या मैं इसका प्रिंट आउट ले सकती हूँ? फिर मैं अपने वॉल पे चिपका सकती हूँ डेकोरेशन के लिए। पर हमारे पास वो प्रिंटर नहीं था। तो फिर मैंने सोचा क्या हुआ अगर मैंने बना लिया। तो फिर जो मेरी फर्स्ट ड्राइंग मैंने बनाई थी वो किसी सिंगर के बारे में थी.
Right.
और फिर मैंने अपने पेरेंट्स को दिखाया, उन्होंने कहा वाओ यू शुड डू मोर.
Very
तो
good.
फिर
Very good.
मैं ऐसे
शुरुआत हुई. Fantastic. Okay, Mohammed. So, what challenges did you face while shifting your focus on art and doing the engineering?
There was actually no change in focus.
Okay.
It was more focusing on both.
Really?
Yeah, because in the end, like I'm a full-time engineer, so I need to be focused.
Okay.
We cannot actually leave anything behind, especially in engineering. One issue can lead to many issues.
Okay.
So yeah, I was actually doing my arts after my working hours immediately. So leaving office directly to my studio or at home.
Mm-hmm.
I try to catch every opportunity in that. To be honest, it's a thought, yeah, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
and what they say about it, like, you know, like what you do, you will not work a single day
Mm-hmm.
in your lifetime. That would be actually very interesting. But if we actually have that position or
Mm-hmm.
that job role,
Mm-hmm.
to be an engineer and an artist,
Mm-hmm.
that's actually a dream of job, to be honest. So I think it's mostly to technicality of styling an art piece. I think that goes into public art or something. I'm not really sure about it.
Mm-hmm.
It would be fun to do, you know.
Okay, when it comes to pursue a career as an artist, what do you think networking is very much mandatory?
100%.
Okay.
100%.
And how you channelize this?
Networking. So my networking started, to be honest. I will give all the credits to the first gallery I worked with,
Mm-hmm.
Al Hosh Gallery.
Mm-hmm.
From there, the connections been created. I've been working there for 3 years. Started as a graphic designer and then starting it as a managing role.
Mm-hmm.
So you will meet a lot of people, especially artists. You will meet a lot of artists. You will meet even with people that want to organize art events. And these connections actually allow you to enter, or I would say as a catalyst,
Mm-hmm.
into going and displaying your artworks. Without that, it's actually very difficult. But there's always chance for new joiners.
Okay.
There's always I see that there's a huge support in Doha, especially from the Qatar Museums aspect. A lot of open calls they put in and a lot of support they put.
Very good.
And not only Qatar Museums, like under Qatar Museum there's a fire station even. So that's where I just finished my art residency. And it's
Mhm.
open for all nationalities. Even if you're living in Doha,
Mm-hmm.
whatever nationality you are, you can apply for it.
Great. So, Mohammed, can you elaborate more on the programs and the initiatives taken by the Qatar government in order to promote the Qatari artists and the artists coming from different nationalities?
Yeah, I don't know if it's my place to talk about it a lot, but it's actually very, very public.
Mm-hmm.
Qatar Museums, like, I see it like in very active towards this.
Mhm.
They have so many open calls, and open calls goes into applying for public arts, Jidariyat art, for example.
Mhm.
You can apply for a mural in Doha, and there are actually other galleries and entities that actually do open calls also, which is very interesting. Especially before the World Cup, there was like an
Mhm.
awakening period of time where
Mhm.
art was actually very, very trendy. There was a lot of artists and a lot of painting going everywhere,
Mm-hmm.
but it was the trendy period wasn't actually very good for some people. Opportunities were gained that time,
Okay.
and now it's actually going alright. Like I thought it was going down, but no, it's actually good still.
It's going good. Zahara, आप क्या पूछना चाहेंगे हमारे एक्सपर्ट से?
I would really like to ask you, out of all of the artworks that you did, who is your main inspiration?
Society. No one in particular. To be honest, society.
Mm-hmm.
But neither now in some of the artworks we made, it's actually a scene in society. So let me explain the last artwork we made. So I began with this concept called Volume 1, Bosnia Universe. 4 chapters.
Mm-hmm.
The artwork is actually 4 canvases. It starts with Bosnia showing that he is feeling strange.
Mm-hmm.
As a Qatari person, he feeling strange between Qatari people even. They all wearing the same, still feels unwelcomed. Chapter 2 was Bosneda feeling very sad, going into a camping site, as any Qatari feeling sad,
Mm-hmm.
sits in the desert and start making karate.
Uh-huh. Okay. Good.
Karak was one of the main elements in that artworks.
Good. Good.
But he didn't notice that this location is actually haunted. So when Jenny was actually hunting that karak pot, comes out a karak Jenny called Zafur from Zafran, and he granted him his wish. And Busnida was wishing for a place, a society that actually accepted him. Chapter 3 starts with Busnida living in a world made by himself and made of copies of himself. So Busnida now lives between his own copies. Imagine the amount of creativity that he cannot exceed. That's actually a bad thing. There's a limit of his creativity because he's sitting on himself. And he is lost now in chapter 4. He's lost in the paradox, as I call it. So what I'm trying to actually share in this artwork, accept society, even though they are not accepting you.
Mohammed, tell me, how do you see the landscape of education evolving to better support the interest of unconventional career paths?
As you know, there was a huge difference between engineering and art. Engineering was the fact that I want to live. Art is I want to breathe. It's different. But if you're talking about art studies,
but just imagine, without breathing, how you'll be able to live.
Exactly.
Okay, thank you so much. Now, Zahara, मैं आपसे जानना चाहूँगी, इस पूरे डिस्कशन का बेस्ट टेक अवे आपका क्या था?
एक्चुअली मुझे मैंने भी बहुत सारी ड्राइंग्स बनाई हैं, पर कोई के पास बहुत सारी डीप मीनिंग्स होती हैं. मुझे वैसे वाले बहुत पसंद हैं, तो फिर आई विल ट्राई टू डू मोर मीनिंगफुल आर्ट.
Meaningful art. This is something you've learned from this discussion. Very good. Okay, Mohammed, how would you like to conclude this topic?
Focus on something that can actually make you alive. Find something that will ensure your life being good.
Okay.
Art and other things can come as a hobby.
So very well said. Thank you so much, Mohammed, for sharing valuable insight. Thank you for coming, and thank you for your time.
Thank you for having me. Really, it was an honor. Thank you for the invitation.
थैंक यू ज़हरा, आपका भी बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया कि वक्त निकाला, आई और इतनी प्यारी प्यारी अपनी बातें शेयर की. थैंक यू सो मच.
थैंक यू.